Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final part of the Pokemon Gold walkthrough, where we finally have a volume that actually picks up our voices.
Woo. Man, thank God this series is over. You know, last time I actually gave a shit about this was like 45 parts ago.
Yeah, I know, it has been a long time coming. For those of you who think I'm going to be going through stats of this, Route 28 and Mount Silver have way too many stats for me to do in the short video. This is actually a 12-minute part. And some of you are probably out there asking, well, gee, Frosty, what happened to uploading on Monday? I thought you were going to have a separate part for Mount Silver and a separate part for the final battle. Mount Silver was not as gargantuan as my childhood thought it was. I actually ended up exploring all of Route 28 and Mount Silver, collecting all the items and hidden items in 4 minutes. I was not about to upload a 4-minute part just because, so I said, you know what? Forget this. I'm just going to combine all in one, do the final part on Thursday, and, well, here we are. Oh, also, Codeblack's joining me in case anyone didn't hear him before.
Yeah, you know, in case you didn't pick up on me, like, totally ripping on this series. But, hey, let's get serious here. I mean, this is kind of a monumental thing on YouTube. To go through a Pokemon game, it takes forever and a day. You can just ask me. I pretty much
gave up 3 times.
Yellow, and I'm only like, what, 6-7 parts in to actually stick through to this whole thing. Oh, I don't know how you do it, man.
So I have Oddish for Cut, and I have a Poliwag for Waterfall, because that's what you need to explore the caves. No, I'm not going to use them against the final battle. That is stupid beyond all hell. Talk to that one lady over there in order to keep your mouth shut about where she's hidden, which anyone with Cut could find her, seriously. There's just an abandoned house there, but in Japanese RPG games, you can just break in anyone's house, and they'll be mighty friendly with you. I also had to teach Ampharos Flash, because you need Flash to be able to wander through this, and honestly, I needed Flash more than I did Fire Punch with Ampharos anyway, so it's just whatever. But she'll give you Steel Wing. I've already got Steel Wing on Pidgey, so that's not, Pidgeotto, that's not really a big thing there. But yeah, I really thought Mount Silver was going to be like at least an 8-minute part. I thought it was going to be that big of a cave. This cave is so much, even with hidden items, it's such a small cave. It really is. It took longer for me to fight the final guy than it did exploring the cave for all the items. Not really that much in it, really.
So I guess now I gotta ask this question, just because, not me personally, I'm kind of, how do I put it? Curious. Now that you've done this for, like a YouTube series, you sat through, played through, found pretty much everything in the game.
About a year and a half to 2 years.
Could you ever sit down and play this game again and enjoy it?
Yeah. I really could. It's that good of a game. Pokemon Gold, this was the game that you gave me that got me into Pokemon to begin with. At first, I was pure Digimon. I didn't care anything about Pokemon. You got me into the series with this game. I think I played and beaten it maybe 10 times on end, and every single time I played, at the beginning, when going up to against your first gym battle, that gets a little bit old. But I don't know what it is. Something just, no matter what, I will always find myself coming back to this game and enjoying it. No matter what. Again, the beginning, starting it up again, like, having to pick my level 5 starter and going through the first 1-2 gym leaders, yeah. But because there are just so many team combinations you could think of and do, that's, I think, what would keep bringing me on back. I could, I've never beaten this game having a Sentry to a Furret. I may go back and try and do something like that. I've never had a Noctowl before. I might as well go on my way and do that. With this video series, I went on my way to get certain Pokemon I've never used before, like Quagsire. I've never really gone on my way to use him. Glad I did. He was definitely one of my best right there. Girafarig I never used. Good God, is he really good. And so I could play this game probably 50 times over and still come back to it and find myself enjoying it in one way or another.
Because that's how I feel. It's like when I played through and beat Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku 2, I could do that again. That game's awesome.
There's some
games that are like that, but then there's others where once I get done, it's like
I'm never going. Yeah.
God,
well, see, that's how I felt with Generation 1, honestly, and I don't know why Generation 1 doesn't have such an appeal with me as this one does. I don't know why. And it could be just because that Gold, again, was the very first Pokemon I've ever played.
Well, not only that,
fully.
The graphics are better, and then the combat in 1 is so slow.
It's slow.
Really is. It's definitely shown its age, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. So here we go. We're about ready to go against the final player, but first I have to use an escape rope to get out and get my full-on team, which I will be showing what my team is in the move set before, because I got to show you guys what levels I ended up being from all the grinding I did. I pretty much went all the level 60s and so here we go. Got a level 61 Quagsire with the moves Ice Punch, Surf, Sludge Bomb, and Earthquake, 62 Typhlosion, Flamethrower, Rollout, Thunder Punch, and Headbutt, 62 Girafarig, Psybeam, Psychic, Crunch, and Shadow Ball, 61 Pidgeot, Wing Attack, Fly, Toxic, and Steel Wing, Ampharos, Thunder Punch, Thunder Wave, Flash, and Strength, whatever level it was, and Lapras, 63 Surf, Dragon Breath, Ice Beam, and Body Slam. I wanted to get them all around level 60 and then just kept going until they ran out of moves or completely fainted. That's where I ended up in order to get certain moves. That's the main reason why I had to grind that way, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
I actually forgot how good he is in this generation, honestly.
He's still pretty tough. Like I said, my guys were around level 50. I had to grind them up 10 levels to get to level 60 to be able to put up some kind of battle. So I did a couple test playthroughs, see what level I could last, and this is where it was. Quagsire, because he's part ground, so all Pikachu can do is quick attack you and possibly a charm. But level 81, definitely the highest level that Red has. But one Earthquake can take him down like it's no problem because Pikachu, since he wasn't evolved into Raichu, still has a pretty piss poor physical defense. So one Earthquake will just completely annihilate it. Good night, Pikachu. Up next, we have the Venusaur. Your favorite Pokemon, I believe.
Yeah, it is. Which is really weird because it's like, due to like certain generational gaps, he's taken a lot of brutal hits.
He really has. So Venusaur is level 77. I had to get myself up to level 60 with Typhlosion for the move Flamethrower to be even able to stand a chance against Venusaur, because Venusaur does have the move Solar Beam in this one. Fire Punch can only do so much damage where it takes at least 4 shots to hit, meaning Venusaur will pretty much hit you with 2 Solar Beams, which even though it's weak against Fire type, it's
at that level, it doesn't even matter.
Exactly. At that level, it doesn't even matter. But since Typhlosion has the speed, probably the fastest speed of any starter in Pokemon, outbeats him for easy flamethrowers, and there we go. Pretty simple. Also, I'm not going to go over the levels and attacks of Red. I'll let you guys figure that out yourself. Espeon coming up next. Only way you can get this is with an EV that you raise above level 30 in the daytime. Psychic type,
not
however...
above 30, bro. He's Friendship. That's what Umbreon and...
I thought it had to be up a certain level before it worked, though. Oh, yeah, it doesn't, does it?
No, I mean, like, you can get him to do it, like, level 10 if you did, like, haircuts and stuff all the time. Yeah, you can do it. It's a pain, though, because my current playthrough is still Silver. I have a Crobat, finally.
Oh, yeah?
It took me to level 32 to get it to do that.
Nice. So I have Girafarig with Crunch once you learn at level 54. Basically, the reason why you want Crunch is because... Espeon, again, has a very piss-poor physical defense. That's what Crunch does. You could use Shadow Ball. It's super effective because Espeon has a much better special defense than it does physical defense. It kind of, you know... This is my niece. Say hi, little one. What's up? Your baby? Yeah, I got my little niece here. At 3 years old. Codeblack's not the only one joining us. My little niece Chloe's going to be joining us here just because. Had to use a super potion. Quit handing me stuff, Chloe. This is going to be the most awkward finish ever. Because I had to use a max potion because Girafarig still can get crushed by Psychic, even though it's part Psychic. And, you know, I mean, it's still such a huge move. And the gap in levels by 11, it's going to do a lot, but not enough. I'm able to take it out with another Crunch. Take about 3, but hey, it's well worth it. This next is the main battle. The Snorlax, with the special defense of a madman. So what do I use against it?
Toxic.
Toxic. Pidgeot's Toxic. Because I've already explained in the past video what makes Toxic such a very well-used move for this one. Because Snorlax has the highest special defense of almost any Pokemon out there. They enlarged it to complex proportions, and Amnesia just helps out with that. But Poison doesn't care. Toxic's just going to keep poisoning it little by little. So the biggest thing to do here is to do physical attacks against him, let the poison drain it out. And the other reason why you want it with Pidgeot is because Pidgeot knows Fly, meaning the Snorlax will miss a move, and you know it does just that much more damage. And as you can see, once again, gets hit by the poison.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong on this. Doesn't Toxic's lethality increases the more it's
you'll see him? Right off. I did a recover Pidgeot to give him a little bit more. Snorlax does another body slam, and luckily it never landed a critical hit or a paralysis against me. But as you'll see, poison right here, it's going to be putting him down to the yellow. It's going to do so much damage. It increases
by an 8 every time.
So now I took a risk here. I did Fly. Now here's the thing. Snorlax can still use Rest to put himself to sleep, gain all the health back, and get rid of the poison, which he was going to do right here because poison did so much damage. Fly did just enough damage in order to lower it down to 0. A lot of you people out there making fun of me for getting Pidgey. Boom, bitches. Right there. The strongest Pokemon in his whole entire lineup, taken on by Pidgeot. That's a win right there.
Combination of toxic and physicals. Yeah.
Toxic, because flying all have physical types. Wing attack, steel, wing, fly, all of them are physical.
Wow. He just tried to use Whirlpool on you out of the gate.
And what's weird is that his Blastoise is faster than my Ampharos. I've never known Blastoise to be that quick.
They're fast.
Ampharos isn't that fast either.
And then the EV trained him, bro.
Blastoise made the worst move by using Rain Dance. One, it's not going to negate the fact that I used Thunder Punch, but Red's very last Pokemon is Charizard. So Rain Dance is not only going to weaken him, but I use Lapras against Charizard with Surf. A strengthened Surf thanks to Rain Dance. So by him using Rain Dance, he just put himself in his own coffin there. Charizard could use Flamethrower because I'm part ice as well, but because the attack is so lowered because of Rain Dance, he can do nothing but Wing Attack, which does very little damage. And one Surf later, Red is done. The final
Surf?
battle. Because of Rain Dance, increasing its power, one Surf destroys Charizard, one hit KO. That is how.
Scary, dude.
See, in normal, it would take 2 Surfs,
take 2.
But thanks to Rain Dance, that is it.
That's
Red
it,
says
folks.
nothing. 7,700 Zenny or Polka Dollars, whatever. He disappears. Credits roll.
That's it, bro. How does it feel?
Feels good. It's been about a year and a half going. I gotta start picking shorter walkthroughs and Let's Plays to do. This one took me 60 some odd number of parts. Phoenix Wright took me 60 some odd number of parts. Within this 2-year span, I probably could have had maybe 10 other Let's Plays on my channel, but because of those 2 games alone, I've only got maybe 9. So it's time for me to look to something a lot shorter now.
All right,
what we're going to be aiming for,
coming up.
I was about to say, we got Budokai 2 ending tomorrow, so we're going to be starting out some new series. One of them we're already starting off with. We're not going to spoil it just yet. The one that you're doing, and then another one that we're team doing. Again, we're not going to spoil it out yet. And around next week, I'm going to put out the new layout for the channel where, we're finally going to have, the Fighting Fridays going on. So from now on, look for uploads every Monday through Friday, 2 separate walkthroughs, and the fighting games. That's going to be freaking awesome.
Friday, weekend. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, you have to watch, catch up. We got a lot on the plate for you guys. As always, you guys can run over. There's some weird stuff on my channel always. I'm not so active anymore on my channel, just simply because of what me and Will do here. So for right now, me and Frostbite's kind of run on the same channel.
Basically.
My channel is kind of, whatever does whatever. But
it's there
be
for
sure
just
to check
laughs.
it out, guys.
Also, we got to make another shout out to another person since we're promoting things. Topsy Hadley has not been with YouTube for a while now. He has been very busy with everything. He runs one of the stupidest things I've ever heard, a life. He has a life.
Yeah.
We have work, but other than that, that's about it. He's got so much going on with his life. He hasn't even been able to watch anything on YouTube lately. So we definitely got to give a shout out to him. Go check out his channel. He needs it right now. He needs all the support that he can get while he's away, and he'll be doing stuff with his channel in the near future, and obviously with my channel as well. That's what's going to be turning into. Is going to be a group thing.
Yeah, we
from
hope
now
to see him
on.
soon for sure, because he brings something else to the table. You really got to go check out his stuff. He's really funny. Check out his Terranigma walkthrough.
That one's
and of course
good.
his Spyro one's hilarious.
I love the Spyro one. Check out his
Secret of Mana one too.
His Secret of Mana one too, but the 1% Metroid run. Not just because I'm also part of it, but the fact that he actually completed a 1% run of Metroid Fusion without ever having to playing it before is just damn impressive to me. So, go definitely check him out. You'll be seeing him in the near future within our areas, and that's it for Pokemon Gold. It's been about a year and a half coming, but it's finally over. I had fun. All had fun, so there we go, folks.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys later.